Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Whispers around the Los Angeles Dodgers clubhouse have turned into a full-blown storm, and the latest rumors are too explosive to ignore. Sources close to the situation are suggesting that something serious has gone down between two of the team's brightest stars, Teoscar Hernandez and Mookie Betts. Now, while nothing has been officially confirmed by the Dodgers front office, multiple reports are hinting that a heated altercation between the two outfielders may have led to both players being quietly removed from the active roster. That's right. Two key figures in the Dodgers' playoff push are suddenly absent, and the chatter behind the scenes is growing louder by the minute. People who've been around the team say the vibes shifted dramatically in recent days, with tension reportedly brewing for weeks before finally boiling over. If this rumor holds any weight, it could have massive implications for the team, the locker room dynamic, and the Dodgers' chances moving forward this season. Fans are already speculating all over social media, and you better believe this story is only just beginning to unfold. Could we be witnessing the beginning of a major internal crisis in one of baseball's most stacked rosters? Let's unpack what we know so far. Now, let's be clear, fights between teammates aren't exactly unheard of in sports. Passion runs high, egos clash, and tempers flare when the stakes are this enormous. But when the names involved are Teoscar, Hernandez, and Mookie Betts, it hits different. These aren't bench players or fringe contributors. We're talking about a former MVP in Betts and a veteran slugger in Teoscar who's been red hot for the Dodgers this season. So when whispers start surfacing about a shouting match that escalated into something more, possibly even physical, it's no wonder fans are stunned. Word is that it started with a disagreement during batting practice. Maybe it was over positioning, maybe over preparation, or maybe something more personal. Teammates reportedly tried to cool things down, but neither side was backing off. That's when, according to one anonymous player, it got real. Security and staff supposedly had to separate them, and ever since, both players have been conspicuously missing from team activities. There's been no official explanation, just undisclosed reasons, which in sports speak often means something's up. So are we looking at a one-time clash, or is this a fracture that could tear the locker room apart? When you think about what Mookie Betts means to the Dodgers, not just on the field, but as a leader in the clubhouse, the idea of him being involved in a major altercation is wild. He's often praised for his calm demeanor, his professionalism, and his veteran presence. So if he really did get into it with Teoscar Hernandez, it raises serious questions. What pushed him to that point? Was it a series of tensions building over time, or did something major happen behind closed doors that we don't know about yet? There are even murmurs that the disagreement may have had to do with roles on the team or perceived favoritism by our management. Remember, Teoscar was brought in as a big-time bat to support the offense, and with his performance, he's definitely earned respect. But could that success have clashed with Betts' role as the face of the team? Ego is a powerful force in pro sports, and even the most composed athletes can snap when they feel disrespected. If both guys were unwilling to back down, it's easy to see how things could spiral, especially in a season with championship expectations looming large. Then there's the timing of it all. Just when the Dodgers seem to be finding their rhythm and solidifying their status as title contenders, this bombshell drops. Coincidence? Some fans think not. There's a belief out there that something like this doesn't just happen randomly, that signs were there all along. Look back at recent games and interviews. Observers are now dissecting body language, glances, and post-game comments that might have hinted at underlying friction. One viral clip even shows Betts and Teoscar barely acknowledging each other during a dugout celebration. At the time, nobody thought much of it, but in hindsight, it's being viewed as a potential red flag. The internet sleuths are working overtime, and the speculation is feeding itself. With both players suddenly unavailable, questions are mounting. Are they being disciplined? Is management trying to keep the situation under wraps? Or is this about protecting the locker room chemistry from deteriorating even further? The Dodgers have remained tight-lipped, which in situations like this only adds fuel to the fire. The silence is deafening, and it's prompting fans and media alike to draw their own conclusions. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Teoscar Hernandez has been associated with clubhouse friction. During his time in Toronto, there were quiet reports of disagreements with coaching staff and teammates, though nothing ever reached this level of drama. With Mookie, it's even more surprising. He's always been the ultimate team-first guy, the kind of player every manager dreams about. So to see these two names now intertwined in such a rumor is almost surreal. Did something finally break in the Dodgers' culture of excellence? Could this be the cost of building a super team where too many stars and too many egos end up clashing? And if this story keeps growing, as it surely will, how will management respond? Will they be forced to address it publicly? Could trades be on the table, or are we looking at internal suspensions and mandatory cooling off periods? One thing's for sure, the Dodgers PR team has their hands full. Fans are already demanding answers, and the media circus is only beginning to circle. The longer this lingers without clarity, the worse it gets. Social media, of course, is eating this up. Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok are flooded with theories, hot takes, and alleged insider info. Everyone's a detective now, analyzing every second of dugout footage, every interview clip, every cryptic Instagram story. One post that's been making the rounds shows a now deleted comment from a teammate implying that drama was inevitable. Another suggests that BETTS unfollowed. Teoscar on social media, a digital slap in the face in today's sports world. Whether any of it is true remains to be seen, but perception often becomes reality in these situations. And once the public smells blood, it's hard to stop the feeding frenzy. The Dodgers, despite their best efforts, may not be able to contain this narrative. It's out in the wild now. The story has momentum, and every hour that passes without a statement just makes things worse. Meanwhile, the team still has games to play, a division to win, and a World Series to chase. The pressure is already enormous, and this situation, it might be the crack that lets all that pressure burst wide open. Internally, the question now becomes, how do the Dodgers handle this without torpedoing their season? You've got two cornerstone players at odds, and potentially the entire locker room watching closely. Choose one over the other, and you risk alienating a part of your roster. Try to sweep it under the rug, and the media will never let it go. Suspend them both, and you weaken your lineup during the most crucial stretch of the season. It's a nightmare scenario for the front office and for Dave Roberts. This kind of distraction can derail even the most talented teams, and no matter how deep the Dodgers are, losing cohesion could prove costly. Chemistry matters, especially in October, so the decisions made in the coming days will be monumental. Do they address it head-on with transparency, or continue the vague, undisclosed absence routine? Do they bring in a team mediator or psychologist to resolve the issue behind closed doors? Or is this relationship beyond repair? Fans deserve answers, but the organization also has to protect the team's internal dynamic. It's a tightrope. Walk, and one misstep could define the entire season. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Let's not forget what's at stake here. The Dodgers didn't assemble this roster just to compete. They built it to win it all. Mookie Betts was moved to shortstop, Shohei Ohtani was brought in as the crown jewel, and Teoscar Hernandez was acquired to bolster the offensive firepower. This was supposed to be the dream team, the one that finally brought another championship to LA. And now, suddenly, 2/3 of your outfield might be compromised by internal drama. That's a gut punch. If you're a Dodgers fan, you're watching this unfold with a mixture of disbelief and dread. The what-ifs are endless. What if this feud lingers? What if the locker room picks sides? What if the media pressure starts affecting on-field performance? Even if the team manages to win games, the shadow of this incident could loom large. Playoff baseball is about momentum and unity, and right now it feels like the Dodgers might be dangerously close to losing both. And for a franchise that's poured so much into this year, that's a terrifying prospect. The clock is ticking, and a resolution, or at least some clarity, is desperately needed. But what if this entire situation is being blown out of proportion? What if this is just another case of the media running wild with half-truths and vague reports? let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Maybe Telstar and Mookie did have a disagreement. So what? That happens all the time in high pressure. Environments. Maybe they were given time off for unrelated reasons and the team is just being cautious. Until we hear directly from the players or the front office, it's all speculation. Still, the silence is what makes people nervous. Because if there was nothing going on, wouldn't it be easy to clear up? A quick press release, a joint appearance, even a social media post could squash the rumors in seconds. But the absence of any of that only adds more fuel to the fire. And even if the story is exaggerated, the damage might already be done. The trust between players, management, and fans takes a hit when these kinds of rumors fester. Whether it's true, half true, or completely false, the perception is now part of the Dodgers' reality. And perception in pro sports is powerful. Now imagine if this drama somehow turns into motivation. Picture a scenario where both players return, publicly make peace, and use the moment as a rallying point. That kind of redemption arc could actually strengthen the team's bond. We've seen it before. Teams facing internal chaos only to emerge stronger and more united. Maybe this becomes the turning point. A moment where the Dodgers look in the mirror, deal with their issues, and refocus on the goal. But that's the best case scenario. For now, we're stuck in limbo, waiting for anyone to say something. And in the meantime, the Dodgers season hangs in the balance. With each game that passes, the stakes rise. And as long as this rumor remains unaddressed, it's going to dominate the headlines. It's the kind of story that doesn't just affect fans or players, it shapes legacies. How Mookie Betts and Teoscar Hernandez handle this could define their careers in LA and for the Dodgers. This might be the storyline that decides whether their super team era ends in glory or in implosion. So stay tuned. Because if there's one thing we know about baseball and about Los Angeles, it's that drama is never far behind. Whether this story fizzles out or explodes into something even bigger, we'll be right here, covering every twist and turn. If new info drops, you'll hear it here first. Until then, keep your eyes on that Dodgers lineup card. Because if Teoscar Hernandez and Mookie Betts are still missing tomorrow, the whispers could become roars. And if they come back, watch that handshake closely. Because sometimes, in sports, the moments between the plays are the ones that matter most. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.